Hey, what's up, everyone? Oh, I'm almost out of coffee already. But I'm sure it's gonna be. I'll make, I'll have enough for the run. It's gonna be a good stream anyway. Hey, Klaus K, what's up? So, is it Pykra? I don't know. The first person who commented, I want to pronounce your name properly, but I don't know how. So what I'm gonna do? Can I? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and copy that into the Google Translator, because if I read it like a Canadian reads words, it's like it's like Pykra. But is it? Volume 1 was mega. We'll check this out soon. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you like the Volume 1. I'm pretty proud like how Volume 1 turned out, and Volume 2 obviously is better. And I'll talk about a bit like the actual reason behind the claims that is better. But it makes sense, right? Oh, is Ruslan, could it be? So hi Ruslan, let me know if this is correct, if I'm right. Because it's crazy, because if I read it like that, I read like Pykra, but I know it's like it's not like it's not it. Yeah, awesome. I feel like now I'm an international like a translator or diplomat or something. Yeah. So yeah, what's up, Frexsec? Frequency sequencer. It's nice to have you here. Yeah. So there's a like current offer. Yeah, I got a couple news before we start. There's some stuff I want to chat about before actually starting to produce. But yeah, so today it released Psytrance Fusion Vol.2. For those who own Volume 1 already, it's for everyone. It's like it's half price. But I made it into a special offer for somebody who doesn't have. But well, it's already a special offer for Psytrance Fusion 2. Like it's already in the Black Friday / Cyber Season vibe when it comes to pricing. But first one is also half price. So basically, someone can get like the 2-for-1 deal. So price of one pack, but you get like both volumes. But for those who already have one, don't worry. First of all, you have this nice offer for Psytrance Fusion 2, but the rest of the website, the rest of the store, on November 22, it's gonna kick off on the all cyber deals, and Black Friday deals will kick off at this moment. So that's one thing. Another that I wanted to mention. I'm also going to, but for any Fractal Mentorships members, there's going to be a deal on mastering. STEM mastering is going to. Sorry, STEM mastering is going to. That's not it. That's mixing jobs. So are going to be at the price of STEM mastering. So basically, for the price of a STEM mastering, you get the whole mixing and mastering. And in that topic, I'm super happy because I got this. I had my eyes on it for a week already, because I tried the Opal compressor by Acoustica, and I was blown away. I wanted to see what the hype was about. So, and Opal comp here. Yeah. Oh, you might hear that the ferret is up too. For those who have followed this channel for a while, you know that there's a ferret here, that I live with a ferret. So you might see it, but it seems to be just exploring right now. So yeah, I got the Opal compressor, which is insanely good. Honestly, it's good. Oh, yeah, it's really good. Just wanted to throw that out there. Some stuff I wanted to chat about. Aside from that, I think that's pretty much the stuff I wanted to cover. Talk about like the current offers. If you're if you're also on the Discord, there's a Discord server. I think the link is not in the description, but if you go on Fractal Sounds, you just click here and you're gonna end up on the Discord server. In case you're not already, there's all kinds of cool stuff going on there. Now, let's produce it. Both UVI Opal Comp and Acoustica Opal Comp are epic. Yeah, I've not tried the UVI. I didn't know UVI had one. Is it like official Opal Comp, like ORAM sounds? Optical, because the thing is, the one from Acoustica, compresseur optique adaptif. Cette version c'est l'aide d'un compresseur. Okay, so I don't think yeah, why is it okay? It's still loading. I like that it's in French, so you guys can't read it at all. It's an okay, but yeah, okay. I need to check this one out. But the thing with the Acoustica ones is like it's the official. It has the official seal of ORAM Optics, ORAM Sonics. Sorry, not ORAM Optics, but ORAM Sonics, and it's really good. Beside being really good, it has a nice. It's very musical. But you know, for those who work with mixing and mastering, you know that the further you go into the details, the harder it is to describe sounds. But this one feels like shiny, musical, smooth. But it's and also really like because I mixed and mastered the track with the trial, and everything feels like so much into place. It's insanely cool. But I'll need to check I would say all the UVI stuff. I'd be curious to try it. I'm eyeballing it. I still not saying it's not worth the price at all, but it's pretty pricey. So it's not something that you can, I guess, try easily or something. So let's start creating sounds for this demo track. I'm gonna do it at 40 BPM. My style recently, when it comes to what I produce, it's I've slowed down my productions a bit. There's my next release. It's coming up on November 20. It's coming up on the Black Friday. Actually, didn't choose that at all. And I also have a show, the performance on the same date. So it's kind of cool. Like everything lines up. But it's on at 136 BPM. Is it? No, I think it's 140. Sorry. But the next stuff is I'm slowing down. It's not rolling bass lines anymore. But for a demo track, for a pack like Psytrance Fusion, I kind of want it to be perfectly in between the full-on and faster styles, and a bit more progressive, like closer to my style. So I thought I would go into DLC content, and I'm gonna get that. This is coming from the Psytech Kick preset pack on Fractal Sounds, as always. And those are kicks for Psytech, but I'm pretty sure I can just take a kick preset for Psytech and sort of tweak it into more, just a bit more Psytrance. And actually, I'm sure there's some stuff that can be used in Psytrance. Actually, I've used some, but in more a bit of upbeat Psytrance, like 140 BPM. Let's see what we have in there. I already feel like the ANC one with just a little tweak can become a more upbeat Psy. This one too, but it drags for a long time, so I would have to like shorten it up a bit. Okay, let's go with this one. Let's tweak. This is Honey. Let's tweak this one into a more Psy version of it. Yes, volume 2, for one, volume 1, or it's for everyone. But yeah, the deal is right now is for yeah, it's for everyone. But for those who don't have any, both like volume 1 and volume 2 are half price. So if one doesn't have none of the volumes, they can basically get it for the price. It's like a 2-for-1. But if you have volume 1 already, it's half price. Volume 2 and yeah. And the rest of deals are coming up November 22. But actually, let me know if you want some kind of you can write to me on yeah, or if you're on Discord, write to me on Discord, or you can go just through the contact here, and just write to me if you want. I can possibly generate you a, since I'm assuming you're volume 1 owner already. If you get the volume 2, I'll get you a deal for the mycological Psytrance granular sources for microfreak and Pigments 4, because the reason why, getting ahead of myself a bit here, but this is going to be discounted on November 22, but I could get you something early. So this one has played a major role in Psytrance Fusion 2, because those are granular sources, and a lot of the presets have been made using these granular sources. Like this one, acid leak. Sorry, it's from this mycological bank. Well, let's dive into a couple of presets. I'll finish the kick a bit later. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, so for example, that's a grid preset, but so far everything you've heard, not the impact, but the rest was all made with the granular sources. So this played a big role, I think, for someone who just want like presets and not dab too much into sound design. It's okay, but for someone who kind of want to push a bit further, having the mycological granular sources, it's really cool because it's less ready than a preset. But like a preset, it's pretty much finished. You can tweak the preset. But if you have, for example, these, what you can do is, okay, so let's say you take this grid preset, right? And what you can do is a technique. So if we sort of let's play a game of reverse engineering this. Eventually I'll have videos on the video vault of fractal mentorships about this. Right now I'm mostly focusing on faceplant. I have a faceplant masterclass right now, but eventually stuff for pigments will come. So I'll show you a technique. So let's say you get that, right? You have a finished preset. It sounds like this. So let's say you want to take this a bit further, like sound design wise. I'm sorry, like my ferret is jumping all around, so it's making sounds. Let's say you want to take this a bit further. So and you go here, you go into your folder. So once you've uploaded and imported the mycological granular sources inside Pigments, you should be able to browse it like this. So you can see that still in the reverse engineering mind, okay, you get the this is Divinatory Bones 06. So that's, the preset has been made using this. So, and if we remove the filter, if we just hear just the plain source, it sounds like this. So you can hear that the filters, they add a bit more texture. Also, this second one is not active, but if you get the fourth macro, it's gonna be active. So there's a micro delay there. I'm gonna talk about maybe micro delays another time. So like I said, let's do a technique called source swap. It's very similar than wavetable swaps. We're gonna just take this preset as it existing and swap in a different source. We could, you know, by logic, if this is a divinatory bones one, so logically, if you dig into the divinatory bones folder, it's gonna be similar, you know. That's also why they are like this. They are placed in folders because all the sounds from one folder resembles the other ones. So let's swap for this one, for example. So logically, you can hear that similar glitch patterns, but the source is different. The timbre is different too. So yeah, all similar, but different. Yeah, this one has more. You can see this one is closer to noise and texture. And for example, this one is more tonal. Well, actually, it says atonal, but it feels sort of more tonal than the other one. All right, I think you get the point. But if you go, so that's the divinatory bones. And if you, let's go into something that is more tonal, for example, orbital ones they are tonal because you can see that there's a note and there's no mention that it's atonal. So it's not that it's not a texture, but it's more, there's a tonality there. So if you take orbital, so yeah, that's we're still in one presets, right? So you could kind of see the mycological granular sources as it's almost like an expansion pack. It's not branded that way, but you know, it's for let's say you want to push a bit further in sound design. This is a really good tool, and you know, it's been appreciated a lot so far. You know, 5-star, 2 reviews, and reviews are good. Very desirable, very diverse and usable grain source. And yeah, it's also, you can also use them in the Micro Freak. They are bundled to be used in the Micro Freak as well. Anyway, it's enough explanation. Now let's just have fun with sounds. But I wanted to demonstrate that because honestly, like, I just think this is really cool and really crazy. So yes, you have these 100 presets, but there's 200 granular sources. So technically you almost like multiple that by all these possibilities. That's really crazy. And if, like I said, if for someone who wants to become a better sound designer, I think this is also a really cool tool. So now let's get like kick and bass, which is, I'm sorry, my ferret is like it's making a lot of noise, and I'm ashamed of her. Yeah, so let's focus on the kick and bass for now. But if you have questions, I'll be keeping an eye on the left screen, which is the feed. So yeah, like I've mentioned, the kick I will possibly have to shorten it up because, like I said, it's a Psytech kick. All right, yeah, because yeah, I wanted to, I want everything to be Fractal Sounds material. Also, the philosophy for bass, we can try and get different basses. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Magnetic Flow, and this is my favorite from the pack 2. Also remember, there's no processing at all right now. It's just straight up from. Is it? Yeah, this one. Yeah, it's just coming straight up from Pigments. Also, yeah, like the kick needs a bit of fine tuning, but I like this one. And yeah, like I said, the philosophy for bass in this pack, Magnetic Flow bass, it's, you know, every Psytrance producer, like Psytrance bass is fairly simple, and the idea for the bass is to, I want to provide some bass that are a bit special and a bit different. Because like I said, making a normal bass is fairly easy. It's one of the almost like the first things you learn as a producer. There's if you want, by the way, like a more classic bass from Fractal Sounds, like let's say you're really into like not changing anything at all. I'd say the closer to the normal, more standardized bass ever, it's the classic in the pack Exogenesis. You know, that's a really classic bass. That's a bit high. So that's really classic bass. But this one is it's a bit more progressive. It's a bit more different. So that's the philosophy behind these basses, and yeah, that's kind of the idea. So let's tune the kick now and get a nice kick and bass synergy. That's what matters at this time. And yeah, the bass definitely needs some sidechain at this point. And I'm just also gonna start processing Psytrance bass how I like them. Oh, even the best bass ever, it's still gonna require some unless you're using samples, which basically have all the processing printed on them. But this one I'm gonna process it the way I like. Gotta be honest, not really feeling the kick right now, but that makes sense because it's a Psytech kick. So let's see if I can get something else going on here. Yeah, so not really working much. Those are Psytech. I've used them in progressive, so with no rolling bass. But with rolling bass, it's hard because they're not made for that. So I might go for temporarily with a camphor kicks, which are they're not fractal sounds, but I'm gonna swap that before the end. But just in order to get things working, they're really good, by the way. Camphor kicks. Shout out to Pete Camphor. Check these out. These are really good kicks. There's also one, like, I'm working on a preset pack for kicks, but it's gonna for Psytrance, but it's gonna take some time. Yeah, camphor kicks, they're really good. Let's get one of them for now. Yeah, that took 3 clicks. So right now, I'm gonna keep working on these on the kick and bass synergy, which is really important. But on the whole creation process, like, I really suggest that try to not obsess over that too soon in your production, in your composition, because it can prevent you from just being creative and moving on in your track. So that's not good. Gonna save this project because it's important. So this is Psy Fusion 2 demo. Let's tweak these a bit now. All right, definitely good enough for me to get things going. Kick and bass obsession. Usually, I leave it. I will create all the track, and I keep that kick and bass obsession tweak for more near the end, because, like I said, for me, otherwise, it's just so hard to progress. But let's try. Oh, I want to see something like that. You're just gonna craft now some what I call like alternate bass. So if you want, it's nice to have these alternate moments. You can punch them in and out at special times. All right, that works for maybe if I want to jam something. One moment. And what's really cool in FL Studio, even though in my bass pattern I have these alternate moments, I can just loop that. I know it's not only in FL Studio, but I can get them. I can get the regular pattern out of this. Now let's get a clap or snare. All right, let's get one sound. Like I'm gonna continue on drums. That's the slowest part of, you know, especially if you start from scratch. But once this is, you know, once the ball is rolling for this kind of stuff, it's usually good. Let me see. I want to make sure I don't run out of space on my computer. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. Happens too much though. Yeah, I should be back. Computer crashed. Now I'm back. What a great way to retain viewers, by the way. Anyway, I'm just gonna continue. I know you guys will be back eventually. By the way, like I have a good computer, but I just feel it's getting more and more like less efficient over time, and starting to get worried. Maybe I'll have to just get a new one. I'm kind of obsessing over the kick and bass. Like there's a vibe I want, and it's not there 100%. I'm getting used to slower style and less rolling bass over time, I have to admit. But and I would need some kind of, what I'll do, I need some kind of lead. I have there's a pack I made. I think yeah, there's a pack I made for House of Loop. I'm gonna use it before, like I'm gonna sequence my own loops. But in the meantime, where is it? Yeah, those are some loops I did. I'm gonna perfect. Now let's get the lead line going. Oh. Yeah, let's get a lead line going. Maybe with an ARP here. Also, by the way, like a bit of similar trick. Let's say you like this one, but you don't want the full sequence. Hopefully you know that. So this you can use it as is with the full sequence, but you could also go here and switch to arpeggiator. So if you switch to arpeggiator, it's gonna be more. It's not gonna change notes. So if you go here. So you can do that, and even if you don't want sequence, you can actually, if you go here, should be able to sequence it yourself. So yeah. That's so you can also all these ARPs, if you unsequence them, you can use them as leads, like just basic leads that you can do your own sequence, right? Also, still in like philosophy thing, I preserve a lot of low frequencies instead of cutting them already for you, because you can always cut, but you cannot like cut that has been cut. So I leave that to you, and you can also like cut it to your taste. So yeah, sorry, I forgot to mute myself. This is what I'm gonna do. Actually, watch it live, but I'm probably going to do some sort of editing of the highlights of this stream and then put it into a video, because so far there's been too much of a like struggle with the live thing of the live. But yeah, so hopefully so far what you've seen how you can use ARPs and sequences as non-ARPs and sequences just as leads. So this is really like very useful too, because so far the first two leads are ARPs, but I'm not using them as ARPs. Okay, so let's you know, beef up, process this one a bit, because this one has been processed. Yeah, it's gonna be really progressive, because it's gonna end up really being really progressive. So far, yeah, you can see a lot of the presets have this wet macro that you can switch that pretty easily. So that's cool. Et voila. So no, that's one. So OTT. This is gonna be need side chaining for sure. It's gonna need some EQ for sure. And now let's just place it grossly in the mix. Alright, so I'm gonna try to build some kind of call and response pattern going on here. I'm gonna save a new version in case it crashes. So far so good. Lead 3. Yeah, it's the ball is rolling right now. I don't know why this. No, I want lead 3. Gonna need another pigments. A bit of cold coffee. yeah, I'm probably like I mentioned, I usually leave the streams pretty as is, but I think this one I'm gonna make some kind of edit with the best moments. Maybe grid eventually. So far we've only seen bass and ARPs. Maybe let's try actual leads. Okay, so there's one thing. This is something I always do. Like I did the best delay and reverb setups inside Pigments, but there's honestly all the synths. I don't use their reverb and delays. I prefer to use my after processed ones. But there's some like I said, there's some really cool stuff in there. It's not like it's not good, but in any case, I prefer using mine. And sometimes you can actually just stack them up with the ones that are already in the synths. You're not necessarily obligated to just remove the ones from the synth, because if you do so, let's try this one. It can create some kind of delay games bouncing around. Also, you can see that there's some a bit of randomness going on in this one. So I suggest you, when you get one pattern you like, you anyways, you resample it, because in any case, Pigments is fairly heavy, more than Vital and more than Serum. So resampling is always a good idea at some point. Might have to do it at some point. What else? What else? What else? What else? What I'm gonna do is take a grid. Yeah, that's what I grid. That's what I thought. Now it's time to get a grid on board. So far, I really like that. I really like that part. What I might do is, yeah, I think I'm gonna render this one, and I'm gonna keep the keep this. Yeah, it does. The grid are, you know, they're meant to be used as is, but honestly, I really recommend just grids is stuff you need to resample, because it needs to be so precise to be good. So I honestly really recommend to do what I'm about to do, and be really picky about these. But yeah, it has a cool cool sound. So what else? Just I'm saving this. I want to save the grid. I'm gonna just do it on the desktop, and I'm gonna place it somewhere. Grid Fusion demo. Gonna import that. I'm starting to get cold here because I started the fire before the stream, but I think the fire sort of died, so I'm getting cold. I might at some point just take a break and put more wood in the fire, because I'm gonna freeze. I can feel the temperature getting just one moment. I can feel the temperature just getting more and more yeah, sorry, I can't do two things at the same time. Just more and more cold. And what I'm gonna do is I'm really going to resequence it to my taste, because it's, you know, the track I'm already going on has a specific rhythm, so it might not already like, it's just a good overall rhythm, but it might not feel exact. It might not fit exactly what I need. So I honestly really recommend resequencing your grid patterns. Also, it's a really good way to make them unique. All right, so hopefully you see like how important it is to resample the grids. And there's also like, if we really want to get like go into more like precision, I would say it's the thing is with EQing. I'm gonna make here like subdivision of the grids. Okay, so grid 1, because not all grids, they might not all need the exact same EQ. So let's say you EQ a group of grids, some of them might need that EQ and other ones might not. So if it's, you know, it's the small details, but if you really want that to shine, that's the kind of stuff you'll do. So so this is going to be no, let's change. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be grid 1. At like this pattern is going to be grid 1. It's going to be an orange color, and it's going to be, yeah, here actually. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. This is going to be what did I just do? Yeah. Fuck. Well, actually, it's good that way. This is going to be grid 1. I know it's not the, yeah, it's a bit geeky right now, but for anybody who wants to learn how to like really create by the way, anyone, if anybody, don't forget to like the stream, get active in the comments, it always helps. So far, yeah, this grid 1, this is gonna be grid 2, so I'm gonna make it unique. Gonna change color to a slightly different orange, or orange. It's actually red. Let's be honest about that. What the? Why does it keep? I keep routing this one for some reason I don't know. Okay, so I need to. I think I need to redouble click it here. I look like I get noob. It's gonna be grid 2. And I'm gonna put that sidechain. So far, let's hear those first 2 sounds. Perfect. So now they're pretty neat. Now the thing is, if I want to pan, if I want to have a special effect for just one of them, it's much easier. They're much more organized, and even you can see that this you have visually when you're getting really good visually, you can actually see that you have this sound, and this is the from here. That's definitely another one. So I won't bundle them together. I'm gonna make this one unique. And I'm gonna, so by making this one unique, it just allows it to become another sample, like in and of itself. So, because if I don't do that, if I start routing stuff, it's gonna route the whole, you know, all the rest of these sounds is gonna route them with this one. So I don't want that. I want to be able to route them and each their own place. So this is going to be more of a pinky one. Yeah, once again, I'm routing this hat. So double click, channel routing. Now we have this grid 3. It takes some time, but it really pays off for organization. And Klaus K, are you on FL Studio? It really pays off for organization, and when you want to get precise in mixing, and you know, professional work versus the difference between professional work. And actually, you see, so right now, what I did here, I didn't do make unique, and it switched everything. And if I were to make this to link this, it would link everything at the same place. So but actually I won't, I think I'm not sure I won't need sorry, I'm not sure I'm gonna need these other ones, but I'm okay. Yeah, no, cool. So now you know. Well, I suggest that for grid work, you know, you can get some really good organization and precision, because and actually what, you know what, I'm gonna expand on that. Okay, so it's going to be grid 4. I'll make some very good examples with this one, like to sort of prove this point. Not that I need to prove it, but more just to help you and share the knowledge with that. So now, technically, I should have a full. Oh, actually, never mind. Okay, there might be one other sound that I need, like this one. You can see the shape. These two, maybe I have to do the same thing. They're very similar, but if we really want to get pro with this, I'm gonna make this unique. Yeah, we need to route these. Let's get a bit more, something a bit more obvious. I keep sorry guys, I keep that. It's like FL just got faster, and it's like too fast for my browsing, and so I keep misclicking and loading previous channels. I'm really sorry about that. I think that's really what happened. Like the browsing, they enhanced it, and it's too fast for me now. I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old. Grid 5, and I'm gonna need that same duck preset for sure. I think honestly, I even though this one is different, I think it's safe to, like, it's just like it's in terms of the sound spectrum, it's very similar to the other ones. So I think it's safe to link it there. But now if we see this one, I think this one is going to be slightly different. It's going to be different, but I'm going to choose to route it at the same place. Because once again, like the spectrum is similar, so that's good. That's good enough. But you know, once you know how to navigate that, so this is the that's the second one. That's the sort of reddish one. Oh man, it's get confusing. I should have renamed these two, but oh, it's okay. Okay, so it's this one here. Now they are at the same place, and there's some. It's a bit too harsh in the high spectrum, so I'm gonna take care of that right now. And yeah, now I think I'm just gonna go on a bit of an EQing spree. Also, what's really cool is with that technique is you have a super, like a very good visual feedback just with the peak levels when you do that side by side. Like I was able to just know that this one needed some push. So globally you're gonna end up with more cohesive grids. I hear there's a bit of a clicky white noise that might be due to some zero crossing issues because I split it. We'll see. Yeah, that was it. Sometimes you need to just fade the end, otherwise it can get clicky. So if you chop stuff, that's called zero crossing. So you need to take care of that stuff. Now let's hear that in context. All right, so now that they've been EQ'd individually, I can apply some EQ overall because I can just shape them overall. Always clean more of the low end. I'm also going to. I usually don't do that as early, but I'm gonna do a bit of true iron here to help with the because it sounds nice, but also it's gonna help with the consolidation. And also what you can do is work with you can start panning them individually. So you can start playing a bit with this and we can enhance that. But what I'm gonna do is, because I'm starting to get pretty cold here, I'm gonna leave you guys with this for couple minutes, but I'm gonna just start another fire because I'm getting cold and I'm not heating other ways. So I'll be back very soon. Okay. Yeah. I'm back. Yeah, it's good. I was literally I'm making fire. I don't know if you hear, like, it's ramping up right now. It should get a bit more hot here, but I also really like went hard on the sauce. It's crazy. Went hard on the sauce because I want to be able to stream for a long time and not just go like to have to go back to the fire, and I don't want to freeze because truly I was starting to freeze a bit. Anyway, yeah, it's good. I was thinking about there's some sounds that we haven't heard here. This is not bad, but there's some stuff whenever I produce. Okay, there's some stuff that can be called like it's work in progress good. It's like good enough to help me progress, but I don't think it's gonna make like the final cut of the yeah, it's not just gonna make the final cut of the track. What I'm gonna do is gonna review this one and see if I can make something else out of this one, and I'm gonna like start laying down the grid, and I want to show you the pan thing, but for a moment I want to work on this a bit. That's what I'm feeling inspired to do. Alright, it's gonna be good for some kind of breakdown here, or not necessarily breakdown, but build up. That's gonna build on this. Let's see. Yeah, I like working with riffs like this one. And yeah, let's build that. All right, let's just cut the grids now, and well, the grid pattern, and we're gonna use this one as the grid one. But although this grid pattern is cool, I think I'm gonna put it aside for, because I kind of, the track is sort of taking a different direction than what the grid is good for. So I might just work on that now. Wait, I think I have the cap on right now. What the heck? That's just weird. Oh, so just received some crazy feedback from someone about the pack. Truly, glad to think that you guys think it's good. Lead one, yeah. Okay, so why is it? What's the thing with FL today? Like all the misclicks and everything. Okay, so riff layer. Okay, that's me. The riff layer 2. Now it's good. So let's copy this pattern here. Is nice. The riff layer 2 pigments. Need a new pigments. I'm gonna stack till it drops. Okay. Sorry about that. Just was fine looking for the muting thing. Now let's get another layer. Like the delay is really, it's really cool if you want to use it as is, but right now, since I want to do some power layering and stack it, I'm gonna just remove that wet here. Gonna save yeah, save the project because it's getting stacked a lot. If it crash, I want to keep it. So now I should have this layer, and I'm gonna put the delay I want on it. Yeah, Citrus Brain, it's cool. I can do a bit of scrolling through these presets for you guys. Let's get an 8 pigments, and see if it blows up. Yeah, the sound of the current sound of the fire, I know it's gonna work well for a while. So I thank you guys. I see a lot of I see a lot of orders like for the pack going on during the stream, and truly thank you, because you know it's like a machine in a sense. Like the more you feed, the more sounds I can do, and you know, so it's just you help me get better, so that's really cool. Yeah, let's I'm just gonna do like a shootout, like just bunch of leads back to back. Okay, bunch of leads back to back. So yeah, those were a bunch of leads back to back, and you can see that you know you can see that and it's mentioned, you know, in the product description, but I really aimed for balancing, like to have some stuff for the faster styles of trance, more abstract, but also have some stuff that is you can really use in progressive psychedelic trance, you know, closer to my roots, I would say. So now I really like where this is going. Yeah, maybe nah, I could work on a more of an alternate base. Sorry. Let's work another grid, because I feel like I like this one, but I don't feel it fits the aesthetic and that vibe of where this track is going. So, you know, I think and it's a good excuse also to just sort out another one. So that's the ARP. It's called Mono Beam. That's another ARP. Those are the leads, actually. That's another lead. Yeah, okay, so that's the grid. So let's get another one. That fits better the style, because you can see that there's some grids that are more like foresty, just very noisy and textured. For this track, we have a bit more of a progressive-ish, sci-fi-ish vibe, if we can say it like that. Grid 2. And I think this one I'm just gonna get some sparks of it. Yeah, okay, I know. So ARP bass. I'm gonna drop some kind of ARP bass version. So we're gonna have the rolling bass, like for rest of the track, and then we're gonna drop with the ARP bass. That's, you know, sometimes artists do that. Let's see. I like this. I like this. Okay, I've heard maybe just a bit, you know, the slight resonance that needs to be EQ'd in the acid synths, which is kind of normal when you stack acid stuff. You know, and acid is it's very based on resonance, and also we juice them up with some OTT. Yeah, so it's kind of normal because this one hasn't been EQ'd yet. And you know, the presets, they're the only synth like even in Faceplant, there's whole like resonance suppressing technique. For example, in Vertigo, which you might or might not know, but it's a pack I did for Faceplant. It's available here. It's gonna be November 2022. It's gonna be discounted, so that's Vertigo. It's gonna be in Cyber Deal soon. But yeah, inside Vertigo, it's inside Faceplant, so there's so much EQing that can be done that the sounds are so clean. But inside Pigments, you have yes, we have a parametric EQ, but the thing is, like, we have only, yes, you can use the sand, but we have like limited limited FX slots. So that's in a sense that, like, in any case, you should like be, oh, these are presets, so they're all like, no need to EQ. So I strongly recommend that you need to EQ because, and first, in the synth, if you play, let's say, a note on this octave, right? Well, if you play it here, just because of that, the frequency response and just the way that it's gonna behave differently. So it's hard to have some EQ that is like good for every scenarios, if you follow me. So just EQ your sound and suppress resonance when there is, and God knows there's always a lot of resonance in Psytrance, because we work heavily with some heavy resonant sounds. That's by nature. And there's a artifact in the sound which I think is artistically it's cool. I'm gonna show you where it comes from, the why of this. So it's riff layer, so right here. Citrus, that's Citrus Brain. So inside Citrus Brain, if we do a bit of reverse engineering, you can see that there's a sequencer, and there's also this acid leak. Like I mentioned very earlier, this has been made with mycological granular sources. So that's one of the mycological granular sources, and it's acid leak 03, and you can see that it's like being generated, it's generating some granular seeds, if we can say it like that, on a 1/4 beat, pretty much. But there's a bit of it's alternating, possibly, if I remember correctly, up to 1/8 beat. Yeah, so that's how it goes. And I kind of forgot my train of thought about why I was talking about this, but oh yeah, the artifact. So the artifact is like it kind of keeps cycling, generating a bit of seeds after you, like, there's a sort of after touch after you leave your finger of the note. So it's like it's what you hear. It's the sort of grids being still generated. Not grids, but granular seeds. Sorry, grains. That's what I meant. But I feel like there's a bit of an artistic approach to it. And yeah, pretty much all this pack, it's meant to be not your regular generic Psytrance sound, because I'm just trying to push things elsewhere. Okay, so we have this. There's also that new grid that we had. It's less grid, like it's kind of a progressive grid, if we can say it like this. And maybe now, if we bring back those very like these synths that we had very early, we can bring them back. And yeah, so okay, bring them back and see how they blend with what we added. Okay, so actually the bass line should play the actual. It should play this actual riff, honestly. So it's A. It goes an A for the second part. That's really nice. Maybe like I said. Okay, so I had that. Also, yeah, Klaus K, you kind of make me want to have another coffee, but I won't take another break to just go and make more coffee. I want to keep the flow of this going. So far the CPU looks okay. It doesn't look too overwhelmed. I'd like to. I need to do this anyway. So I'd like to. Yeah, I'm gonna continue. So I'm gonna. Let's try to make a full ARP out of this. Oh, actually, pad. Yeah, we need some pads. I could hear a in this little breakdown, and also yeah, so much ideas, but in this needs just a bit more filtering. That slow low pass down of energy. It's kind of, how can I say, it's good, but it's just good for like global skeleton. But now we would need a bit more complex filtering, maybe later. Let's grab a pad now. It's a good pad, but might be... Alright. Yeah, might be a bit too full for the moment where I'm using it. So I might switch to another one. Yeah, and probably what I like to do is to have this one start low pass, obviously, and open up through time. Let's see if we can get a somewhat of a full ARP climbing or something. This project is getting heavy because I'm stacking 8 pigments. I'm gonna stack a ninth one. That's a lot. That's a lot of CPU usage. Let's see. It's probably going to be like the last pigments I'm gonna have more in the project, but like for now I think it's going to be the last for the stream that I'm gonna add. Let's check with the ARPs. Yeah, it's powerful, but that's weird. Also, like being that the computer is powerful like that it crashed earlier in the stream. I don't know exactly why. Anyway, but yeah, I think it's still like, and it's streaming at the same time too. So there's the there's some CPU usage through just streaming. I really like how this sounds. Maybe this. So, two solutions. Either I'm dropping with this ARP on, or either I bring it after. I think I'm gonna bring it after because I like how the when the bass drop just with the bass. But you can see now that actions take so much time. The thing also is right now I'm using this FL Studio ASIO, which is a driver that is slightly less good than the ASIO for all. But if I use the regular ASIO for all, I can't stream at the same time for some reason. It doesn't, well, I can stream, but it doesn't capture the sound. But the ASIO for all works. It just handles the CPU management better. So I could possibly stack more. I will have anyway to stack more. I don't know, guys, how you feel about dropping with this ARP on or dropping with only the bass and then bringing the ARP. I feel like as a demo track, it's kind of better to like just drop with the bass and bring up the ARP after that, because it just gives more showcases more. But that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm gonna stop there because anyway the computer is pretty much maxed up. So that's Psytrance Fusion 2, and I don't know if Edgar is there, but there's a Fractal mentorship member, and I know he's got a lot of Fractal Sounds bank, so he has material to compare it, and he just wrote to me to give me some super amazing feedback, and he says like it's a killer pack, and it's probably the best one from Fractal Sounds, which is really cool. it also makes sense because technically, as when the more you go, it should get better and better. But yeah, that's Psytrance Fusion 2. That's actually what you saw. It's just barely a fraction of it. But also, I think I'm gonna leave this stream online, so if you want to rewatch a bit, but I'm also going to eventually just make some kind of footage edit with just only the best part, because it has been it's a stream with a lot of technical issues. So I think I'm gonna just condense it eventually that into an edit with the best parts. But yeah, Psytrance Fusion Volume 2, and there's right now it's half price, and there's a deal you can add Volume 1 as well for half of the price. So basically 2-for-1 deal. Aside from that, November 22, so next week, all the cyber deals arrive at Fractal Sounds. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you enjoyed. Pretty happy out with this demo track, how it sounds, where it's going. And yeah, that's thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna see you soon in a lesson, a stream, if you're a student, and I'll see you somewhere. If just go on the Discord server if you're not already on the Discord server. There's a lot of like news and stuff, you know, the usual. See you soon, everyone.